Lux, Anguis here. So today, ladies and gentlemen, is the next very fundamental foundation in spirituality, magical practice, and of such kind of nature, which is simply about, but profoundly enough, about your own sexual energies. These energies are very sacred. These energies has been used to create you and me. These energies are the foundation of life and creation. So handling them and learning to appropriately to their own being, mastering them is very powerful in nature. So hence why me personally I appropriate for sexual mastery, or in our case, because I can just speak from my own kind of polarity, which is the masculine collective. In this case, of course, it doesn't mean that I'm not a part of the feminine as well, because both men and women contain both polarities in them. Of course, one dominates the other more, or by some cases even there is balance and harmony in place. So as a man, me personally, I find it very, very important to be able to control and be aware of one's own lower nature and lusts, so to say. Without that, you will be for the rest of your life controlled by them, and which is not wrong in of itself, but it's more important that you realize this drive within yourself, realize it's natural and normal to have them and to let them express themselves, but not letting them go to waste, So as a magical practitioner or spiritual aspirant, it's very important that you do your best to understand, to integrate, and to handle your own primordial serpent energies very well, because it's literally a atom weapon ready to explode and manifest so many things into your internal and external life. So hence, learning to use them will be one of the most potent and one of the most powerfulest weapons and tools in cultivation you could ever use. So what I recommend to start with is, first of all, learn to desensitize your own subconsciousness and your mind from very exciting content. I'm not saying you need to become a total monk and avoid women of any kind in of itself. No, to certain degrees we do need the woman, we do want a woman, we do need to interact with another polarity to master our own sexual energies. Usually in our path, at least in left-hand path, we will need to have it in some way, shape or form, because in our case we seek for this colored woman, or the woman in red, the initiatory woman, which will symbolically or metaphorically ride the beast, which is of course the serpent energy. And we both know what we mean by the serpent energy. And what it basically does is start small with this practice. Start small. Come to realize that your addictions and attachments in these behaviors, in this expression, in your serpent energies, and start to detach yourself from them and learn to redirect them. For example, you just start with 1 week of not enduring and of not entertaining such content of any kind, and for 1 week to not releasing your serpent energy of any kind, and you just kind of build this over months, over weeks, over a year, you know, and this will help you immensely to cultivate a serpent energy. That's just one way, and you also as a beginner very much so need something you can actively build on, be it your own self, be it some ideas that you have, because if you don't do that, these things will overflow and will also only strengthen positive traits within yourself. It will very much so strengthen also negativity within yourself too. So that's why it's very important that you start slow and just gradually heighten the pace, so that with time you evolve yourself more, you find more and more gateways and outdoors where you can use your creative energies for higher purposes. And if there is the need to release it, learn sexual magic, learn sex magic, learn transmutation, so you can basically use these express energies for your own highest good and for your own highest benefit, But as a man, as someone who wants to live a more fulfilled life, I do lay on your heart, whoever is watching this, is serpent energy retention and cultivation. It's one of the key factors and one of the fundamentals that you should consider when you really intend to pursue your spiritual practice of any kind into its very depths, so to say. Just saying, just try it for yourself, make your own experiences. Or than that, NAGA bless, and we shall see in here surely again.